Welcome to VRC Rules. Welcome everyone. So today we are going to start quadratic equations chapter. Before going deep dive into the chapters 1 mark and 2 mark and 3 mark questions, just let us know what is a quadratic equation and what are the roots and some basic formula. So a quadratic equation is nothing but when it is equated to 0. Okay, so you all know about the polynomials, right? We used to write as a p of x. P of x can be written with a degree 2 like this: ax square plus bx plus c. Yeah, done. So this polynomial, when it is equated to 0, then it becomes a quadratic equation. It's very simple. So when a polynomial with degree 2 is equated to a constant, then we call it as a quadratic equation. So the general form of a quadratic equation is this: ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. For example, a is called as a coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. So I want to just put a value 3, b value 2 and c value as 5. So now the quadratic equation becomes 3x square plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. This is our quadratic equation. And coming to the roots, what are the roots? Roots are nothing but the values of x. The values of x itself are the roots of the given equation. For example, if you want the values of alpha, for example, no need to put only x. Sometimes we can put alpha. So if you want to put the equation in the form of alpha, we can write it as a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0, where we are going to get the roots of alpha, nothing but the values of alpha. All right. So how can we find out these roots? We have a formula. The roots of quadratic equation x can be found out by the formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, this b square minus 4ac, we call it as a discriminant, which is very important formula, where we solve so many 1 mark questions regarding this formula. So what is discriminant? B square minus 4ac. So depending upon this discriminant d, we call it as d. So if d is greater than 0, if the discriminant is greater than 0, we get real and distinct roots. Distinct means unequal. And if d is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. Real and equal means both are coincident. So you need to remember all these 3 points, which are very important to solve our 1 mark questions. If the discriminant is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary and unequal. Imaginary and unequal. Yes. So depending on this, we are going to find out the roots. And also in polynomials, we learnt about the sum of the roots and product of roots formula. You already know this. So sum of roots is nothing but alpha plus beta. What is alpha beta here? We are taking the roots values. We will get two values of x, right? The two values of x, we are just defining them as alpha and beta. So alpha plus beta, according to our polynomials, the formula is minus b by a, and product of roots, the formula is alpha into beta is equals to c by a. This kind of formula also we will be using frequently. And another important formula is, so I'm just giving you the marks. So this is the first formula, and this is the second important one, and this is the third one, and the very fourth important one is the standard form of a quadratic equation. Sometimes they will give you the values and they will ask you to write the quadratic equation. Okay, so how to write the quadratic equation? The standard form is there, that is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So if you know alpha plus beta and alpha beta, you can directly write down the standard form of quadratic equation. What are alpha beta? They are nothing but the roots of the quadratic equation, the values of x. Sometimes they ask you the values of x and they'll ask you to write the standard form. By just substituting those values in this equation, you can write down the form. Done. Yes, coming to the graph of a quadratic equation. So, there are three important points to remember. If the graph of the quadratic polynomial cuts the x-axis at the two distinct points, then it has real and distinct roots. Cutting at the x-axis only. Why? Because our quadratic equation is all about the variable, only one variable, that is x. Yes. So I want to give an example for this. So for example, if we take an equation x square minus 4 equal to 0, then x square is equals to plus 4 and x will be equal to root of 4 and root of 4 we will get plus or minus 2. That means we'll get two values of x, that is plus 2 and minus 2. So we are getting two distinct roots. Okay, they are real and they are both two distinct roots. Let us draw a small graph here. I'm drawing this is an x-axis and this is a y-axis, and this is plus 2 will be here and minus 2 will be somewhere here. These are the two distinct points. Let us join these 2 points. Okay, so yes, so this is the way how we represent graphically. Yeah, so we have two distinct roots over here. So this is called as the graph of the quadratic polynomial cutting the x-axis at two distinct points. If this condition applies, then it has real and distinct roots. At the same time, if the graph of the quadratic polynomial touches the x-axis anywhere, okay, at any one point, then it has real and equal roots. Okay, it doesn't mean that it has only two values. If even one value of x touches at the x-axis, then it has real and equal roots. But if the graph of the quadratic polynomial does not cut or touch the x-axis, then it doesn't have any real root. So let us move to the 1 mark questions of the quadratic equations. Here is the first question. Equation of x plus 1 whole square minus x square equal to 0 and has number of real roots. They are telling real. So immediately you have to go to your discriminant. B square minus 4ac equal to 0. Here, can you see here the equation is in the form of quadratic? No. So we have to express this equation in the form of quadratic. So let us first solve. X plus 1 whole square minus x square is equal to 0. It is in the form of a plus b whole square. What is the form of a plus b whole square? A square plus 2ab plus b square. So x square plus 2x plus 1 minus x square is equal to 0. So 2x is equals to minus 1 and x equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay. So we got the value, x value as minus 1 by 2. So we got the direct answer, direct root from the equation itself only. When we were solving the equation itself gave you the root of x, the value of x, that is minus 1 by 2. So there is only one root here. There are no two roots. Hence there is only one root. Hence the answer is A. They are asking the number of roots. So there is only one root. The second question, the roots of 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0 is. So we have to find out the roots of this equation. So how to find out the roots? So today I am going to explain you how to find out the general factorization. So to find out the roots, the very important method is factorization. So how to do the factorization? So they have given you the equation 100x square minus 20x plus 1 equal to 0. First multiply the coefficient of 100 with 1. Okay, 100. So now find out the table that has 100 in it, and when you add that two numbers, you have to get it to the number minus 20, which is in the middle of the equation. Okay, so we have a direct table, that is 10 tens are 100, so it is plus 100. So when you multiply, it must be giving exactly plus 100. Plus 10 into plus 10 is plus 100. But here we need, when you add both of them, we have to get minus 20. But here we will get plus 20. So I'm going to put the signs minus minus. See, minus 10 plus again minus 10 is minus 20. Minus 10 into minus 10 is plus 100. It satisfies. And hence now in the place of the middle term minus 20x, we are going to elaborate, or we are going to separate this minus 20 as minus 10x minus 10x. Just writing these two numbers plus 1 is equal to 0. Now focus on the first two terms and another two terms. In the first two terms, take out the common thing, that is 10x. When you take out the 10x out, the remaining term is 10x minus 1 minus, and in these two terms which is common, this only number 1 is common because already 10x minus 1 is here. And also be sure and ensure that the two terms must be same. The two terms which are in the brackets must be same. Okay. Now in these two terms, the common one is 10x minus 1 is common, and another one is 10x minus 1. These two terms. Okay, so is equal to 0. Don't forget to put equal to 0. So 10x minus 1 is equal to 0 is 1, where we get one root, and again 10x minus 1 is equal to 0, again one root. So from both of the numbers we are going to get x value as 1 by 10. Okay, yes, we got 1 by 10 two times. Hence the option C is the answer. And let us move to the third question. If 1 by 2 is the root of the quadratic equation x square minus mx minus 5 by 4 equal to 0, then what is the value of m? So they already have given the root 1 by 2. It means that x value is equals to 1 by 2. Just substitute this x value 1 by 2 in the given equation, that is 1 by 2 whole square minus m into 1 by 2 minus 5 by 4 is equals to 0. 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4 minus 2 by m minus 5 by 4 is equals to 0. So yes, so the 4 and 4, the LCM is common here for these two terms, this term and this term. So I am doing directly the subtraction for the numerators. 1 minus 5, that is minus 4 by 4 minus 2 by m is equals to 0. So 4 cancel. So 2 by m is equals to 1 and m is equals to 2. Hence the answer is 2. Let us move to next question. The sum of two numbers is x27 and product is 182. The numbers are. So we don't know the numbers here. So we are assuming the numbers as x and y. Okay. So the sum of two numbers x plus y is equals to 27. And also they told that the product means x into y is equals to 182. So from the first equation, from the first condition, I am deriving y as 27 minus x, and this y value I want to substitute in the second condition. X into 27 minus x is equals to 182. 27x minus x square minus 182 equal to 0. Changing the signs, x square minus 27x plus 182 is equals to 0. So we got a quadratic equation by factorization. You can now find out the roots. So come on, multiply the coefficient of 1 with the 182. It will be plus 182 only. Now find out the roots, where when you add them you have to get the middle term minus 27. So in these cases, how to find out? So just go with your LCM. So 182. Just go with directly I'm going like 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2, 13 7s are 91. So 7 2s are 14, right? 7 2s are 14 into 13. Yes, when you add these two numbers you will get the 27. So I'm going with the 13 into 14. So yes, here it is minus. So I'm going to put both signs minus. So when I multiply, I'll get plus 182. When I add, I'll get minus 27 here. Hence it is satisfied. Now let us derive it. X square minus 13x minus 14x plus 182 is equals to 0. Take out the first two and another two and take common from the first two terms. X is out, x minus 13 minus 14 out, x minus 13. Always ensure this both terms have to be same. So the factors are x minus 13 equal to 0 and x minus 14 equal to 0. Hence x values are 13 and 14. Yes, the answer is B. Yes. Next question. The altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, the other two sides of the triangle are equal to. So they are telling it's a right angle triangle. So the triangle will be a right angle triangle. And they are telling this altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. So we don't know the base. So we are assuming let the base is x. x centimeters. So I'm taking base as the x, and now the altitude becomes 7 centimeters less than the base. Less means minus. So x minus 7. So the altitude is x minus 7, and the hypotenuse they have given 13 centimeters. And we know for a right angle triangle, base square plus altitude square is equals to hypotenuse square. So what is the base? X square plus x minus 7 whole square is equals to 13 square. X square plus, it is in the form of a minus b whole square. A square minus 2ab plus 7 square, that is b square, that is 49 is equals to 13 square is 169. I request all of you to learn the squares up to 30, especially because in this kind of quadratic equations we will be having more squares. So have thoroughly prepare squares up to 30, also cubes up to 20, and also tables up to 20. Yes, x square plus x square, 2x square minus 14x plus 49 is equals to 169. 2x square minus 14x is equals to 169 minus 49 will be 9 minus 10 is 2, and then 120. 2x square minus 14x equal to 120. Just cancel the 2, 2 7s are 2 6 are. So the answer is x square minus 7x minus 60 is equals to 0. So now let us do the factorization. So the minus 60. So yes, let us do here. So also apply the sign. So whatever sign is there beside the number, you have to write it down. Minus 60. So we have 12 5s are 60, right? Yeah. Yes. So the 12 5s are 60. Now check the signs. It is minus 60, and here also when you add we have to get minus 7. So I'm going with the bigger number sign, minus. So minus 12 plus 5 is minus 7, and minus 12 into plus 5 is minus 60, and it satisfies. And now hence we get the equation x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equals to 0. Take out the first two terms, second two terms, and take out the common x minus 12 plus 5 out and x minus 12. And from this equation, we will get x equal to 12 and x equal to minus 5. So what is x value? Yes. What is the x value here? We got 12. Since the base of a triangle will not be their negative, so we are just considering 12 as the base. So if x is equal to 12, then altitude will be 12 minus 7, that is equals to 5. So 12 and 5 is the answer. That is the B option is the answer. Let us move to the next question. The roots of quadratic equation 2x square plus x plus 4 is equals to 0 are. So let us write down the equation here. 2x square plus x plus 4 is equals to 0. So we have to find out the roots. It's a direct question. So do by factorization. First multiply the coefficient with the 4. 2 4s are is 8. And we have to get 1 when you add both of the numbers. So which number will come here? So we don't have any particular number of roots here. So if we take only, there are two possibilities, that is and there are only two possibilities. They are 4 2s are 8 and 8 1s are 8. Yeah, otherwise 2 4s are 8. So other than this we have no possibilities over here. So we can't get any kind of factors here by factorization, and hence they have no real roots. That option D is the answer. Let us move to the next question. If one root of equation 4x square minus 2x plus k minus 4 equal to 0 is reciprocal of the other, the value of k is. See, in this kind of questions, if they have given a connection between one root with the another root, then you can take the help of the polynomial formula, the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. So when they have given a relation between the roots, they are telling the one root is reciprocal of the other. For example, if we take one root as alpha, the other root is the reciprocal of the first root. So alpha and 1 by alpha are the roots. So let us believe that this quadratic equation we can solve with the help of the polynomial formula. So we know that sum of the roots of a polynomial, quadratic polynomial, is minus b by a, and product of roots is c by a. So first of all, check which formula, whether the sum of the roots or the product of the roots will be uh, will help us or not. So if I take alpha plus beta, so it's equal to minus b by a. Minus b means b and a. So here k is not there. K is in the place of c. Yes, so c by a is in the formula alpha beta, which is the product of roots. So consider this formula. Don't just blindly go with the sum of the roots. So alpha beta is equals to c by a. Alpha beta. What is alpha beta? Alpha into beta is 1 by alpha. Okay, as they told that other root is the reciprocal of the first root, is equals to c is what? K minus 4 by, what is a here? 4. 4. So 1. Yes. Yeah. So alpha alpha, I'm sorry, yeah. Alpha alpha cancel. So 1 is equals to k minus 4 by 4. K minus 4 is equals to 4, and k value is 4 plus 4, 8. So depending upon the question how they are asking, use your formula. And let us move to the another very important question. Most of the times this question has been repeated many times. A train travels 360 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. So they have given you the distance is equals to 360 kilometers. And if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less. And they have given some clue and condition, but they didn't mention what is the speed. So let us assume that the speed is equals to x kilometer per hour. Okay, and we all know that distance is equals to speed into time. Yes, so 360 is equals to x into time. So from this equation we can get the time as 360 by x. Yes, all right. So we know what is time. We got something here, and we know what is s is x, and we know d. So again in the same formula, let us substitute. Distance is equals to speed into time. Speed is how much? X into, and something they have given a clues, right? So we have to apply these clues over here. If the speed had been 5 kilometer per hour, so yes. So now we have to apply the clues. Speed had been 5 kilometer more. I always tell more means plus. So distance is how much? 360 kilometers is equals to, when the speed is increased to 5 kilometer per hour, okay, then it would have taken 1 hour less. So the time is also what is happening? The time is also taking 1 hour less. Less means minus. So I am doing minus 1 divided by x. So this is our equation. So let us solve this equation. Yes. 360. So just multiply this. 360 minus 1 is how much? 55. So I'm just multiplying directly, because multiplying again with 355, it makes some bigger number. Yeah. So if you're okay with this, okay. Otherwise, you can multiply separately. Yes. So here see, here we have to do 360 by x minus 1. So be very careful. So we have to do 1 hour less. So minus 1. So see, I wrote directly the denominator. So here we get confused. So be very careful while writing the signs, and also the lines and everything. Don't get confused. So that's what happened here. Yeah. Yes, 360 divided by x minus 1. Okay, so now take the LCM over here. So here 360 is equals to x plus 5 into 360 cross multiplication minus x divided by x. Okay, now the x into 1 is x only. This x I am sending here. It becomes 360x is equals to, multiply with the just avoid the brackets. 360 into x, 360x plus 1800 minus x square minus 5x. Okay, yeah, 360x, 360x cancel. So the equation is x square plus 5x minus 1800 equal to 0, and I directly changed the signs. So now you have to do the factorization for minus 1800. So it will be like 45 into 40. If you don't know, go with the LCM and find out the factors. Yeah, and see the signs, bigger number sign, I'm taking plus 45 here and minus, so that it will satisfy both the numbers. Now the equation will be the factors we'll be getting is x value as minus 45 and x value as plus 40. Once you do this complete steps, you will get the factors as minus 45 and 40, the values of x. Alright, so always the speed will not be negative, so we are considering the speed as 40 kilometer per hour. Hence the option is B. Let us move to the next question. Which one of the following is not a quadratic equation? We know that the standard form of a quadratic equation will be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Yeah? Yes. Let me go with another link. Yeah. So it will be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Come on, let us solve. The first option is x plus 2 whole square is equals to 2 into x plus 3. X square plus 2x plus 4 is equals to 2x plus 6, and 2x cancel. So x square is equals to 6 minus 4, 2. Hence, yeah, it is not in the form of a quadratic equation. Yeah, it is in the form of a quadratic equation, but here there is no coefficients of x and also the constant. Yeah, let us see the second one. X square plus 3x is equals to, I'm just directly multiplying, minus 1 into 1 is minus 1 plus 3x into 2. So x square plus 3x is equals to minus 2 plus 6x. So x square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. So option B is exactly in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Done. Let us move to next question. Which of the following equations has 2 as a root? So what you have to do is you have to substitute this 2, the number 2 here. The number 2 you have to substitute here in the equation and see which equation satisfies. For example, if we put 2 here, 2 square 4 minus 4 into 2 8 is 4 minus 8 is minus 4 plus 5. No, this is wrong. So x square, 2 square is 4 plus 6, 10, 10 minus 12, no. 2 into 2 square is 4 2s are 8, 8 is here, and 7 2s are 14 is here. Yeah. So 8 minus 14 is how much? 6 minus 6 plus 6 equal to 0. Hence option C is the answer. Next question. A quadratic equation x square plus bx plus c equal to 0 has no real roots. No real roots means b square minus 4ac is less than 0. Equal to 0 means it has real and equal roots. B square minus 4ac is greater than 0 means it has real and distinct roots. Okay, done. The equation which has the sum of its roots as 3. Sum of its roots means alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Yeah. So alpha and beta are the roots. Okay. So now you have to solve the equations and find whether this equation satisfies this condition or not. So yes. A here in the A option, A is 2 and B is minus 3 and C is 6. So minus B by A means minus of minus 3 divided by 2. So it will be 3 by 2. No. So this is not. And let us go with the B option. Minus B by A, minus of minus plus 3 by minus 1. Yes, it is 3. So yes, they also want the sum of roots to be 3. Hence the equation B satisfies. Yeah. The product of two consecutive positive integers. What is the meaning of consecutive? Consecutive is nothing but the immediate after number. If we assume one number as x, the immediate number will be automatically one number greater. So we will take the immediate number as x plus 1. Okay. For example, 1, 2, 3 are the first three consecutive numbers. So how we got 2? When you add number 1 only, you got a 2. When you add number 1, you are getting the next immediate consecutive number 3. So, hence we understood that if one number is x, then when we add number 1, we will get the immediate consecutive positive integer. Hence, I have taken x and x plus 1 as the two consecutive positive integers, and they told the product. Product means multiplication. So, x into x plus 1 is equals to 360. So, hence multiply x square plus x minus 360 equal to 0 is the equation. X square plus x minus 360. So on answer B is the option. Yeah. The quadratic equation 2x square minus root 5x plus 1 equal to 0 has. So if you look at the options, they're asking for whether the equation has real roots or two equal roots or more than two real roots, all these kind of questions. So when you see this kind of names in the options, always go with your discriminant b square minus 4ac, because only this formula tells us whether the equation has real or distinct or no real or anything. Okay, so here a is 2, b is minus root 5 and c is 1. B square minus root 5 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 1. So root 5 square is 25 minus 4 2 is 8, 1 4 2 is 8. 25 minus yeah, sorry, root 5 square is 5. See what am I doing? I'm so sorry. Sometimes our mind carries away like this, right? Yeah, 5 minus 8. 5 minus 8 is minus 3. We got minus, which is less than 0. When b square minus 4ac is less than 0, there will be no real roots. Alright, let us move to the next question. The equation x plus 1 whole square minus 2 into x plus 1 equal to 0 has. Let us do first derive this equation into the standard quadratic equation. X square plus 2ab plus b square minus 2x minus 2 equal to 0. 2x cancel. X square minus 1 is equals to 0. X equal to plus or minus 1. So what is happening here? We are getting two values, plus 1 and minus 1. Hence we have here two real roots. The option A is the answer. Yeah. Yes, the quadratic formula to find the roots of a quadratic equation x square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is given by. So it is a quadratic formula, it is standard formula, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So you can see here minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, not 4a. So the option is answer D. And coming to the next question, the quadratic equation x square plus 7x minus 60 has how many roots? I always say you look at the options. If they are asking for the equal, real like that, always go with your discriminant. That is b square minus 4ac. First check out this whether it is greater, less or equal to 0. Based on that you will get the answer. So here a is 1, b is 7 and c is minus 60. b is 7 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 60. 49 minus into minus plus 64. Okay. See here. So it's minus 60 into 4. 6 4s are 240. I'm sorry. It's 240. Let me erase this. Sometimes this kind of silly mistakes we will be doing. So it is 240. That is almost 289, which is greater than 0. When b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, we are getting two real and unequal roots. Answer B is the right answer. The maximum number of roots for a quadratic equation is equal to always for a quadratic the degree is 2. Hence we will get 2 roots. The maximum number is 2. Done. So these are the 1 mark questions that we have been covered in the quadratic equation chapter. We have covered all the concepts. So thoroughly watch the video and please do subscribe for more number of videos. Thank you for your support.